You're lying, Kendra.
She didn't do it to draw any attention to herself.
It may not have been her attention because her attention at the time may have been total absorption. And one of the things I'm really curious about is whether or not you're enabling her using her mental illness as an excuse.
Never.
My mother has claimed to be bipolar all her life.
People don't understand bipolar. You have your highs, you have your lows, you have your manics. Remember, I go off and spend a lot of money, but I'm not stealing. I'm not stealing. I guess I am stealing.
I'm back with part 2 of the mother who claims her bipolar disorder is responsible for everything from stealing to cheating. If you thought part 1 was chaotic, buckle up, because somehow this story gets even messier. Last time, we talked about the lies, the manipulation, the fake emergency to get her daughter's attention, and the wedding where she somehow managed to make herself the main character. Well, today, we're diving even deeper into the family drama, and trust me, there is plenty more to unpack. So grab your snacks, get comfortable, and let's get into it.
Well, Tiffany's twin brother, Derek, says that Wanda is so manipulative that she even tried to break up his marriage. Let's hear what he says.
My brother Derek got married 5 years ago to a woman from another country.
I thought she was gonna be the perfect woman, and she turned out to be hell.
My mother convinced me that my wife was playing me for her green card.
Derek was manipulated. My brother moved out of the house and into the house with my parents.
I didn't know who to believe. I didn't know if I wanted to believe my wife or my mother.
Derek went back to his wife after Tiffany and his wife convinced him to go home.
When I told my mom that I was going to get back with my wife, my mom kept calling me, basically harassing me. So next thing that I know, my mother called 911 on me.
Derek was in major emotional distress. He didn't know if he was coming or going.
The police came to my door and said, look, we're here to help you. My mother was telling them that I was very dangerous. I was trying to kill myself. I had weapons in the house. None of that was true. I finally decided to go with the officers because I felt like I was going to be arrested.
I only called the police to help him because I was worried and concerned mother. That's the only reason why I did it. I don't understand why he didn't understand that.
I'm willing to cut my mother completely out of my life so I don't have to deal with the drama anymore.
Well, Derek, thank you for being here. You guys are twins. Are y'all close?
Very.
Yes, very.
So you support each other and
We
you're
do.
in contact and all?
We do.
And your mother has your wife's wedding rings?
Yes.
Why does she have them?
I really don't know why.
Tell the truth, Derek. Tell the truth. You're lying. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Don't
You're
let him
sitting up
distract
there
you.
lying, Derek.
Dr. Phil.
I'll be glad.
When I went up there, I went to the bedroom, my mom, I didn't even know my mom had the wedding rings until my mom showed me. You still got them on, Mom?
No, I got my own.
All right. Well, I didn't know nothing about it till my mom showed me. And the second ring, the second ring, she went over to my house.
Because you
and
sat
stole
there.
it.
You sent her over there.
sent me over
And
there.
what did you tell her? What did you tell her, Derek?
I did send her.
What did you tell her?
First of all, I
Don't sit
did
up here
send
and
her. Mom knocked on the door, Dad, and came over there and started a whole bunch of mess with my wife.
But why
and
was
then
she-
when I
why
went
was she
over there,
coming over
Dad,
there?
then when I went over there with my,
Why was I coming over there?
Why was you coming over
help
there?
me.
But
Mommy, I need your help.
We don't need
my
to yell.
ring.
I showed you the rings. You left the rings over my
but
house.
Listen to
and when I
me.
went over there, I did
I
pick up
know
one.
you,
Then
but
I
did I
showed it
know
to you. You
it?
said, keep
But
them.
did I know it?
Hold on, stop.
Andy.
We don't need to yell.
That's how
That's
you
why
do
we
it.
can't
we
resolve
got
anything
some
because
more to
they'll
say.
never listen.
We don't need to yell.
Okay,
Do you
Dr.
have the rings?
Can I talk now? Derek came over to the house to
Do you have the rings?
Yes. Derek came over to the house telling us that we're going on to Dr. Phil's show.
Dad said it was nothing the police can do about it or nothing. Y'all
can't.
think it's right
Well,
to keep
listen
my
to me. I'm
stuff.
talking about the day you came over my house.
That's what we talking
Dial it
about,
down,
Mom.
dial it
I'm
down,
sorry, the
dial
day
it
you
down.
came
You
over
gave
our
them
house
to her and you told her to keep
I
them.
never gave
Yes,
my
you did.
mom
You told her to keep them, Derek.
So my
something to say about that, too.
Wait a minute, hold on, Mom. If I gave you the, wait a minute, if I gave you the wedding ring, what did I? Mom, when you showed me in the movie, I was separated from my wife, and I told
Mom, you can have
I was thinking about the boat. Who mother, anybody in this crowd, would you wear your son's wife's wedding ring?
You left the ring.
Anybody?
You
None.
left your.
That's not normal, Mom.
So put them under my fingers so they wouldn't get lost.
So they would. I had that. I'm a grown 30.
And I told you that you left them over the house.
Stop talking.
Seems like you allowing them to team
Say
up
more.
on her, and I'm not up there saying a word. That's not right.
Well, we'll get you a stool. Bring him a stool and put him right up here. Bring him a stool. We'll put you right up here. You feel like she needs protection, we'll put you right up here. But you damn sure going to be accountable when you get up here. So bring it out here. Put him right up here. Come right here, sir.
You're not going to be accountable.
Hold on. Did y'all hear what the twin brother just said? His mother still has his wife's wedding rings and won't give them back? I'm sorry, but why are we even having this conversation? Give those people their rings. And then the second she's confronted about it, here comes the yelling again. Dr. Phil is over there saying, dial it down, and she'll calm down for about 3 seconds before cranking the volume right back up. Ma'am, if every conversation turns into a shouting match, maybe the problem isn't that nobody understands you. What I'm noticing is a pattern. Every time somebody brings up something she doesn't want to answer for, the room suddenly gets loud. Everybody gets interrupted. Everybody gets talked over. And somehow we move away from the actual issue. At this point, Dr. Phil isn't hosting a family intervention. He's trying to do crowd control. And the more this woman talks, the more I'm starting to understand why her children are exhausted.
Growing up, my mother was into voodoo. A couple months ago, my mother had stolen my sister-in-law's wedding rings, and she put a fix on her rings so that he would leave her.
She told me if my wife wore the rings, something bad would happen.
I told Derek that I would bless it. And all it is just saging it and trying to get them to improve their marriage. I wasn't doing black magic. I do good things to try to make the family come together.
You have the wedding rings. You told us you were going to bring the wedding rings here and give them back to him.
I wanted to, but we were rushing and I forgot. But I did tell Derek.
Now, wait a minute. You can't just gloss over that. You told us you were going to bring the rings and give them back to your son. Where are they?
It's not out of intention not bringing them. I forgot them. I was rushing, and I'm telling you the truth. I wanted to bring them so I can give it to him. I tried to get those rings back to Derek.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago when you came over the house.
Well, hold on.
Yes, she did.
Hold on. You did say you were going to bring them, but then you didn't.
I forgot. Now, look. Don't make me lie. I'm not lying. I forgot him. I had him out on the dresser to bring him, and I forgot him. He can have his wedding ring.
Dr. Phil, can I say
Please.
No, we need to talk more. I need to talk more.
In regards to the wedding rings, when I came down for my sister's graduation that I was banned from, I came down and I tried to do things the right way for all of us. I called law enforcement to get involved. I called the police department to be a personal escort over to my father and mother's residence so that we can retrieve our things. All of my military achievements, all 8 years worth, are in their home. And I did not give it to you. I held it. You're my parents.
Gave it to them.
Anyway,
you gave it.
I gave them. I let them have my stuff as far as for safekeeping. I'm deployed all the time. I don't have anywhere that's like permanent for me to stay. And on behalf of my brother's wife's wedding rings. So the police officers come over there and they say, hey, basically we're going to try to help you guys get your stuff back. So my father comes outside.
I call the cops. Derek calls my mother.
Hold on. Let her speak.
So my father comes outside, as he always does, as a spokesperson. And for the police department. The police department comes up and asks, so they basically want the things back. So he says, well, my wife said she can't find them right now. Right. You had an opportunity to give the rings back but why didn't you give them when the police department
got involved? But y'all cussing us out.
Okay, hold on.
You didn't even come outside.
You don't have to yell.
Y'all need to talk with
you.
I did say that, Mom. I'm sorry.
You said, wish I was dead.
Mom, I did.
Your wife said she wished I was dead.
Hell, what about that time you took TT's stuff? TT died in 2010 and threw it away.
Okay, stop.
That was years.
You know how
Okay, I'm going to ask you to leave the stage if you don't stop yelling.
But they're
It's just that Listen, you don't need to tell me how to do my job.
Right,
You either going to stop yelling or I'm going to excuse you from here. So I'm asking you politely to stop yelling and screaming. And you don't need to tell me how to do my job.
Okay.
So let's just get that straight right now.
Okay. Okay.
Now, if you forgot the rings, you forgot the rings. I'm not saying you're lying about it, but will you give the rings back to him when you get home?
I tried to, and yes.
I didn't ask you what you tried to do. When you get home, will you make sure that the rings are returned to him?
Yes.
Will you make sure that happens?
Yes, and that's the only way I said they were going to get them back. If Dr. Phil said that he feels they should get it back, then they're going to get it back. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gotten it. But let me say this, Dr. Phil. 2 weeks ago, when he came around to say that we were going on the Dr. Phil show, that we should go on the Dr. Phil show, we got into an argument then. He stormed out of the house, and my wife said, wait a minute, let me go upstairs and get you these rings. You said, no, keep them. Keep them. As you was running out the door to the car, you said, no, keep them. You could have got the rings then.
I was going up the steps.
Why didn't you take them?
Let him finish.
You could have got them then. Why didn't you take them when your mother was going up to get them, to give them to you? Why didn't you take the rings then, Derek?
Because I wanted to show Dr. Phil that y'all still had my stuff. I ain't gonna lie, Dr. Phil, I did say that. Because you were scared to get on Dr. Phil's show. That's why I knew. Y'all didn't come here. Come on, please. Y'all didn't really want to come on. But what about the girlfriend that died 2010? Y'all threw her stuff away.
Now that was.
I don't care. Y'all think that was right?
Okay, listen. Y'all need to stop. Do y'all understand that you can't hear one another if you're both talking at the same time?
Well, that's how it's been for years. That's
We
why
never
we can't
can talk.
resolve
Well,
anything. They want to do all the
stop.
talking.
Allow someone to speak before you start. We're going to take a break because I need it.
Whew. When Dr. Phil said he needed a break, I said we need one too, child. Because what is happening on this stage right now? Everybody is yelling, everybody is talking over each other, nobody is listening, and somehow we're still trying to figure out where these wedding rings are. This family has gone completely off the rails. And can we talk about how every time a simple question gets asked, it turns into a full-blown shouting match? At this point, nobody is having a conversation. They're competing for who can be the loudest. I'm sitting here trying to follow the story, and every 5 seconds, somebody is interrupting somebody else. Dr. Phil looked like he was one argument away from clocking out for the day. What really stands out is that when families communicate like this, the actual issue never gets solved. The rings get forgotten, accountability disappears, and everybody leaves just as angry as they arrived. Honestly, the only thing making sense at this point is Dr. Phil wanting a break, because this stage is serving pure chaos.
Why would Wanda say that her daughter Tiffany was prostituting? We're going to talk about that when we come back.
My kids are as bipolar as their mother. If y'all say that your mother's crazy, y'all are crazy too. They want to put crazy on mom. But mom's getting help.
I know I take my medication, and I know I'm not the one that's causing the problem. It's Tiffany. It's you, Tiffany. It's you.
Now, Tiffany and her twin brother Derek say their mother Wanda has brainwashed their father Kevin into believing that they are making up stories about Wanda. But Kevin says he thinks the twins might be bipolar too.
You are.
I see me in them.
Listen, I'm not one for throwing a bunch of labels around, but the thing I want to know is, have you told people that the pictures that she takes for modeling are really just bait for men that she's prostituting herself with?
Every picture Tiffany showed me, I said, oh gosh, they're beautiful. I wish I had
but
that.
have you?
Tiffany, you know I told you how beautiful.
No, you're talking to me. You're not talking to her, you're talking to me.
I told her they were beautiful. Look at those beautiful pictures.
Now answer my question.
I had no.
Have you told people that she is prostituting herself?
No.
You're denying that you have said that she's prostituting herself.
Yeah,
I said that.
And you said that she's prostituting
Can I
herself.
explain it, Dr.
I hope so.
Yes, look, I said that out of concern because of what My son said it.
Out of concern.
Because
No, listen,
Wait
one
a
person
minute.
is speaking
Wait a
right now,
minute.
and it's Kevin. Go.
he said that you had men coming in and out of your house. Yes, you did.
I
Don't
said
lie,
knocking on the
No,
door,
don't
and I
lie.
was
You said
wondering
they were
who
going in-
those people
you was-
were.
Don't cut
because
me
as
off,
a
Derek.
brother, no.
Don't
Okay,
cut me
listen.
off. Don't cut
Listen.
me off.
Listen.
You said that they were going into the bedroom, and you were saying, man, not my sister, but she will not believe anything that we say concerning her brother. They're gonna stick together.
Well, I have a statement from your sister, April, and she said this: Wanda has had affairs, 4 that I know of. At Tiffany's grandmother's funeral, Wanda showed Tiffany's modeling pictures and stated Tiffany is prostituting.
No, I didn't. Oh, they made up some good stories, didn't they?
That's my sister. I have 2 sisters.
Oh, that's
They've
me.
been against her since the day we first met. I've been together with her for 36 years. We've been married for 33 years. They've been against her since the day
try to
we
fight
first
me
met.
today.
Okay,
So of
so-
course, they're gonna say all the things that they need to say to them
To help
try
them.
and tear her down. Of course, they're gonna
been
say
trying to
that.
tear-
So you're saying that your sister is making this up?
Yes,
All
of
right,
course.
Kendra, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
All right, Kendra, have you heard Wanda speaking about Tiffany
Nope.
prostituting herself?
Dr. Phil, she never specifically said to me the word prostituting. She had asked me if Tiffany was using those pictures to solicit men.
Oh, I
So she
didn't.
never said prostituting.
Oh, girl, you lied.
But she
I
did,
always
and
had
she
good things to
did,
say to you
hint
about my
towards it.
daughter. You're lying. Stop lying. Don't do that to me. But I never told you no mess like that. And I'm going back on Facebook and look at that because I never talked about my daughter to you. So you're lying. You're lying. Don't do this. Don't get on TV and do that to
Dr.
me.
Phil, Dr.
Don't you
Phil.
dare, because I don't even know you.
Dr. Phil, my daughter
You
has
helping
reached
Tiffany.
out to so many people, and
Yeah,
she,
you are.
to get them to come and
I can't
lie
believe you
for
sitting up
her.
there lying.
And that's
What about-
exactly
let me
what
tell you,
she's
Dr.
done.
Phil.
That's exactly what
Okay,
she's
hold
done.
on, hold on.
Tiffany,
You want something else.
but we won't
Stop,
resolve
stop,
this
let him
on this
talk.
show, and so I thought we won't resolve
Can I
this
say
on
one
the
thing,
show.
Dr.
You know what?
Not arguing, not hollering and fighting. Can I say
Kendra received a text from Wanda that Tiffany was being promiscuous, correct?
Yes, Dr. Phil, that is also correct.
And she was.
Did you send a text saying that Tiffany was being
I
promiscuous?
don't know. No.
She has the text.
Let me see what it say. What it say? Put it up.
What,
Let me see
what
what
did
it
she
said.
say? Just tell her what it said.
I do have to disagree with what she's saying. Like I said, Tiffany was my roommate, and my husband now was my boyfriend at the time. And Miss Wanda was very, very nice. She was very smiley. She was always friendly.
I was good
but she
to you.
just slipped in there. She just slipped in there that we all know Tiffany is promiscuous, and I shouldn't leave her alone with my boyfriend.
I didn't say that. No, I know that's a lie. I know that's a
all
lie.
right, we're going to take a
Ain't
break
this
here.
a mess?
We're going to take a break.
They're
We're-
gonna.
Kendra, get off, because you're lying.
No,
You need to get off.
I'll
You lying.
decide when she gets.
And there it is. This is exactly why the family struggles to trust her. The mother is sitting there denying it left, right, and center, acting like she never said those things about her daughter. But then the father comes out and basically confirms that those comments were made. Now, somebody isn't telling the truth here, and it's not looking good for mom. Because when you're caught denying something that another family member immediately confirms, it starts to make people question everything else you've said. What gets me is that these aren't small accusations. Calling your own daughter promiscuous can damage a relationship and create a lot of hurt. So if you said it, own it. Apologize for it. Explain it. But don't sit there and pretend it never happened when people who were there are saying otherwise. At this point, every episode of this story seems to reveal the same problem. Nobody can get anywhere because the mother refuses to be honest about her role in the conflict. And when accountability keeps missing the flight, healing never arrives at the destination.
Well, I'm back with Tiffany and Derek. They're
love
twins,
y'all.
actually, and their parents, Wanda and Kevin, are here.
Love y'all.
And Wanda has been diagnosed over the years as bipolar. Now, I can't diagnose you sitting here today, but I have to tell you, if I was seeing you in my office privately, which I don't do, so there's no danger of that happening.
It wouldn't be dangerous.
I don't think bipolar would be on my short list of considerations. There's not anything that I'm seeing here that suggests to me that bipolar is a very likely factor in your conduct or behavior.
When I go to see the doctor every month, all I think all they doing is pushing pills, because my feelings are still the same. I stay in the bed all day because I miss my kids. If they want me dead, I was gonna kill myself. And I am suicidal. So I said, you know what? I'm not asking for pity or anything. I'm suicidal right now because I want my family back.
You're not gonna get it.
No, Mom.
You're not gonna
I love y'all. If y'all gotta go out of my life, then so be it.
Mom, it's too much drama.
And it will not be no drama if we get help and we get counseled. It would not be no drama.
Let me say this.
No need to come to this.
You
There was
have-
no need to come to this show. Why y'all bring me on the show to make me look bad?
Nobody made you come. You came on your own.
I wasn't coming. I wasn't coming. But I came because to show y'all that I do love you all.
Y'all threw TT stuff away. I know you say, okay, I'm married, this and that, blah, 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 blah. But y'all can't speed my grieving process up.
We wasn't trying, baby.
Wasn't trying.
Okay, then. I never got an apology. If y'all wasn't
Yes, we have a
No,
thousand
you
times,
didn't.
sir.
Never.
Yes, he did.
Don't
Then you never apologized.
we
You told
have.
me not to mess with
Yes,
them, Mom.
we have
That's
Yes,
what you
we
said.
apologized,
And you said,
Dad.
as far as holding our stuff, you was in the right to have that stuff.
It was been in there for
Okay,
years.
all right,
Then
hold
you
on.
say that.
Okay,
You wanted to
everybody,
act the fool with us.
Derek.
We
31
gonna hold
old.
it.
If I
Derek.
took your stuff, how would you
Derek.
feel,
everybody
Dad?
stop for a minute.
Derek.
I want to speak to Derek for a minute here, and I want no one else to speak. TT is a former relationship you were in, correct?
Yes, sir.
And in 2010, what happened?
She died in my arms. And a couple of months, after her death, a couple of months later, I went into the bedroom, into the closet, and seen that her stuff was gone. I confronted my dad about it, and my dad said, don't bother Wanda right now.
Okay. So you were in a relationship with this girl,
Yes, sir.
and she was shot.
Yes.
I'm very sorry for your loss, by the way. And you're quite right. Grieving is different for everyone. And so your feeling is whoever did what is that her memory for you was disrespected
Highly.
in the way her things were disposed of. And were you around at the time, or were you gone?
I met her once, but I also got a phone call from her mother. She let me know and basically told us that it was time. She felt like she could put a time on when it was time for him to let
Right.
go.
I
So
don't
she got
feel
rid
like
of his
a put
thing.
time.
Got rid
She
of
called
the
me and told
pictures,
me.
all that.
It was 2 years later, Derek. It was
It's
2
in
years
our
later.
house.
It was in our
But
house for 2
Mom,
years.
why would y'all do something
I'm sorry.
like that?
I'm sorry. We just
It
thought
feel
grieving-
good to hear it now.
Yeah, and
But
we just thought
if we never
grieving-
got on this show,
'cause
I would have
that's-
never heard it.
We moving forward.
I am very sorry for your loss, and everybody grieves at a different rate
Right.
in a different way. And
whole year.
if the grief process is disrupted by you feeling like her memory's been violated or something, then that kind of hits the reset button and takes you back to day
It
one,
does.
and you kind of have to restart
Yes.
all over again. And I'm sorry that happened to you, and I don't think either your mother or father would do anything to hurt you in that regard. Intentionally, they might be insensitive or they might not see things through your eyes. But I think you have to be forgiving.
We're sorry for that.
All right, coming up, Tiffany says she wants an apology from Wanda. What about, and what does Wanda think about that? We'll be right back.
Now hold on, because this is where my heart actually broke for the son. He's sitting there explaining that his girlfriend passed away, and instead of receiving support while he was grieving, his parents threw her belongings out. Then, on top of that, they're apparently deciding how long he's allowed to mourn. Excuse me? Since when did grief come with an expiration date? Everybody processes loss differently. Some people need months, some people need years, and some people never fully get over losing someone they loved. You don't get to pull out a calendar and tell somebody, okay, your sadness should be over by now. And what really got me was when he said he never even received an apology. That's the part that speaks volumes. Because even if you believed you were right at the time, seeing how much pain your child is still carrying should make you want to say, I'm sorry I hurt you. Instead, we're seeing the same pattern again. Hurt feelings, no accountability, and everybody else being expected to move on without an apology. The more these children talk, the more I'm understanding why there's so much resentment in this family.
I want to talk to the two of you for a minute, and I want you to forget about the parental role that you have here. And Kevin, I commend you for your commitment and your standing by this woman for 36 years and hanging in there, and you've stood in there through a lot of stuff. She's cheated on you, and you know it.
And I had a baby.
I'm talking to him. You've raised a baby that she's had with another man,
mine.
as though it were your own. She has been, to say the least, at times, if not at most times, very high maintenance. I admire you and I respect you for that, and I commend you for it. There's a point at which failing to hold her accountable for her emotions, her lability, her using mental illness as a dodge, as an excuse, as a way to explain away behavior that she in fact has control of, is unfair to her. And you're cheating yourself and you're cheating her if and when you do that. And I hear her saying, oh, I don't steal. Well, I do steal, but it's my bipolar. It's my bipolar.
No, it's not.
I heard you on tape. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to your husband. You have allowed her to do this. And I personally doubt that she's bipolar. I can't say that she is. Somebody needs to sit down and deal with you and her in a thoughtful, respectful, attentive way and figure out what pain and turmoil she's dealing with inside. And if you let her use it as a dodge, as an excuse, as a con, you're cheating her.
Right.
She deserves peace. She deserves to escape the pain and the turmoil. If you could unscrew the top of her head and look inside, it would scare the hell out of you.
Of course. Oh, yes. The
And
doctors
if you
have
could help
explained it to me.
if you could help that, you would want to do that, would you not?
Yes.
And if she could get better, then you would be willing to relate to her one step at a time. True? I'm not saying you want to go on a month-long vacation with her,
Right.
but you would be willing to spend an hour with her in a public place, see how that goes, take another step, see how that goes, take another step. You just don't want to expose yourself to her because of your history with her, correct?
Correct. Like I've told everyone else, that I shouldn't have to fight for my mother's love, her acceptance.
Baby, I
and
always look.
I
and
agree.
that I have been trying my best
I
for
didn't know
years.
that, baby.
I've been trying to
I didn't
gain my
know that.
mother's acceptance, her,
I didn't know that.
validation, and do you know how it feels
Tiffany.
as a daughter
No,
to
no,
lose
no.
a child at 5 months? I was 5 months pregnant and I lost it. To
Stop
have
talking and let her speak.
5 months pregnant and losing a child and your mother lies about why she can't be at the hospital. To tell somebody because she has heart problems and to have a father that basically backs her up, the way he supports her, I wish he would support me. The way that she supports him, I wish she would support me. I have been through enough with her, and I'm to the point now, Dr. Phil, I came to you more so often to receive your blessing that it is okay to close this chapter in my life.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I think about that and how to do what I think you need to do when we come back. I wonder if anybody has noticed what's happening here. Have you noticed that she has stopped yelling and actually started listening? She's actually heard what her daughter Tiffany just had to say. Look, I've buried both of my parents. Buried my mother, my father. Robin has buried her mother and her father. And I've often said, don't let the sun set on you another day without saying and doing anything and everything you need to do with the people in your life that you need to say and do, because there's no guarantee that I'll be alive at the end of this sentence. You don't have to be in this relationship. You don't have to have that relationship to be okay. Because sometimes you just have to give yourself what you wish you could get from somebody else. I was 42 when my father died, and at that point I'd graduated #1 in my class. I was a father and a husband and very successful, and been to college on a football scholarship. I'd done a lot of things, and not one time did I ever hear him say, I'm proud of you. Not one time in 42 years did I ever hear him say that.
Tell you that.
But I tell you what, I could look myself in the mirror and say, I'm proud of you. And I married a woman that could look at me and say, I'm proud of you. You feel that in different ways. And maybe they'll bring that, maybe they won't.
Don't touch me, please.
No, just hang on. Let me talk. Let me talk. I want you to know that I'm going to offer help to your mother in particular and support with your father. And I mean real help, not throw pills at you help. You deserve better than that.
I've been seeking, I've been looking.
And you deserve better than that. I think you've done some things that have had some horrific results.
In the past.
That's right. And
Yes.
the past is over. Not even God can change what has happened, but we're here now and we can work on what's going forward. There's a lot of work that needs to be done here first. I hope I can do something with this toxicity, and I want you to give me a chance to do that and then see what happens.
Yes.
Will you do that?
Yes.
I can tell you that just since you've been here, you've stopped yelling, you've started listening, and you've said you'll accept the help that I'm willing to arrange for you. If you want a relationship with your daughter, with your son, then you need to earn the right to have it. Because they're adults, it's now their choice. And having a relationship with them is a privilege, not a right.
What about us have the opposite? What about the opposite? It seemed like they talk more than I did today. I mean,
Yeah, it may seem like that, but that's not right. But you've been heard, and listen, this isn't a one-way street. This is a two-way street, but the only person you can fix is you.
I don't care. They're anything like a fool. I don't want it. I'm not because you're bad to me. I love you. I love you. You can't get me up there. Maybe don't make me stop.
Why are you yelling at me? You don't have to act like this. This must be torture for you.
They don't like me. They've been trying to get me away from my husband for all the 30-some years, and it didn't work.
We've been through the...
And I'm tired of proving myself.
You don't have to.
I prove.
You don't have
I
to.
stay in the house. I stay in the house like a bird because I'm scared to go out and do anything and live my life because what somebody might say about me.
No, you don't want to. No, you don't.
I don't have no friends. I don't fool with nobody.
You got plenty of friends, Wanda.
But because they not to be trusted, because they jealous.
So
Everybody jealous
in this
of
world
me.
is not gonna be for you. Just don't make yourself sick.
I'm gonna take Dr. Phil's help. Definitely, I'm gonna keep this too.
Do you
And then Dr. Phil dropped what might have been the most important point of the entire episode. The husband has been enabling this behavior for years. Now, whether you agree with every decision he made or not, it's clear that every time there was a problem, there was also an excuse. Every lie had an explanation. Every bad decision had a reason. And instead of holding her accountable, he kept stepping in to soften the consequences. And when Dr. Phil told the daughter that she doesn't have to have a relationship with her mother, I couldn't agree more. A lot of people think family should get unlimited chances simply because they're family. I don't believe that. Relationships require respect, honesty, and accountability. If someone is constantly bringing chaos, manipulation, and hurt into your life, setting boundaries doesn't make you a bad person. Then the cameras go backstage, and what do we see? The mother having a meltdown because she feels like the show made her look bad. Ma'am, the show didn't make you look bad. The cameras simply recorded what happened. That's a very different thing. And honestly, I think that's the biggest lesson from this entire story. Healing starts when people take responsibility for their actions. But if you're more concerned with how you look than with the people you've hurt, nothing is ever going to change. But that's my take on this wild Dr. Phil episode. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Was the daughter right to go no contact? Did the husband enable the situation? And what was the most shocking moment for you? If you enjoyed this commentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.